gentlemen, we have the 2021 Corvette. This is the LT2 model. I mean, wow, what a car. She definitely looks way different in person than she does online. Pictures don't do this car justice. There's all kinds of angles, shapes. It's just, for 68 grand, what a bargain. What else could you get in this space? This space is non-existent. Chevy knocked us out the park. I'm not gonna bore you guys. Interior is beautiful. This car isn't too heavily spec'd, just basic black interior. I'm not even too sure of the color of the car. I think it's Arctic blue or Arctic white. It looks really gray at night. All right, let's have a step in. Here we are. This is how the car greets you. Hop on in. What a place to be. The car just wraps itself around you. Wow, listen to that engine just roaring to life. I love the fact that all of your controls are just right here on the right. At first online I thought this was like a bit much or it wouldn't be easy. It's actually really intuitive, easy to use. Your drive mode selectors right here, you just twist it right, twist it left. Park, you have reverse, which is a lift up. Neutral is a press button. Drive is a lift up. Back to park. You have your manual selector or your auto mode. So, well, it's telling me to shift into gear. I'm not ready to shift into gear, but you guys understand. You just press this to go into manual mode. You press it again to get out of manual mode, back into automatic mode. Yeah, I can't have any music on for you guys know those purposes. This is the I just love the infotainment system, the TFT display that you have for your gauge cluster, which is configurable. We're not going to talk too much about that. There's a million videos you guys could go watch about using all of this fun stuff. Today this is strictly going to be about driving impressions. How does this car make you feel? On paper, it's 490 horsepower, I think 470 foot-pounds of torque. I think where this car shines the most is the DCT transmission that it has. The gear shifts are just bang, spot on. Sometimes when you're in automatic mode, it could feel a little quirky, but honestly, it's not too bad. I love all of the creature comforts the car has. There's a camera there, so you'll never hit your front end. You won't scratch your splitters and your wings, whatever you guys have on your cars. She's beautiful. Such a nice car. We have our key right here with your lock, your unlock, your front trunk, 2 press, opens up, 2 pops, and then you can just lift up. Plenty of space in here for you to go on a weekend getaway. Really simple to close. You want to be easy with these beauties. Just a nice click. Mid-engine. This is one of the cars that they changed it completely. It's just not what we know in Corvette to be. The engine's in the back. We were thinking, hey, does this deserve the Corvette name? And I definitely think it deserves the Corvette name. If they would have made this car and named it something else too, that would probably been even more sick. But the fact that it's a Corvette, it's American, it's made right here on US soil, it's a bargain. It looks like a crazy supercar, a 458. Yeah, that's the engine back here. Really nice. It gets toasty back here, so you might not want to carry too many groceries back here. If you get some takeout, at least you could keep your takeout warm That's awesome. The top comes off, it stows right away right back in here. It's really simple to take off. Boom boom, 2 slots here, 2 slots here. It clips right in. This nice soft close, you just 1 click, and then motors just pull it in, closes it. Everybody was saying, dude, they don't understand why this car has square exhaust tips, and now that I see it in person, I understand why it has square exhaust tips. This car is, even though it has so many corners and so many edges, it's still like a boxy car. So by the exhaust being just a square, it actually works. All these lines are like, this car is like it's curvy, but it's boxy at the same time. Like if you look down the side of it, it's almost like straight. That's almost like a straight line. Like the way that these angle out and come, this is almost like a straight line. But wow. Driving impressions of the Corvette. Here we go. What is this, South Veterans? Yeah, let's get on right here. We'll get on the highway. So right now we're in, let's see, we're in touring mode. That's what the car starts up in. So there's no comfort mode here from Chevy, which is kind of awesome. This is a sports car. We don't need comfort. You didn't buy this car to drive slow all the time, at least. So I have it in automatic mode. It does all the shifting for you. Pretty much knows what gear you want to be in, obviously by accelerating the car. But I personally like using the paddles in manual mode. It makes the car more predictable. The suspension's pretty soft in this mode. You can go on a road trip and just relax with your wife or whoever you want to take on a trip in this car. It's actually not bad on gas. In this mode, the car will actually turn into a 4-cylinder. It'll show you right there on the screen. Currently it's in V8 mode. Handles really good in this mode. The car is super quiet. You don't hear that engine back there until you switch up into sport or track mode. Engine temps at 180. You can configure the gauge cluster to however you like. I don't mind leaving it in the touring mode. 8-speed dual clutch transmission, super quick shifting transmission. Steering feel feels great. Steering feels a little fake when it's in its heavier setting, but nonetheless the car just goes where you put it. Mid-engine, you'll never hit the limits of this car on the street, on the corner, unless you're just being an absolute idiot. Let's switch up into sport. It shows you right here, we have steering on, I guess, 1, suspension's on 1, engine sound goes up, shift feel goes up, brake feel goes up. I think this car is brake by wire. When you first start driving this thing, you gotta be careful. The pedal is really sensitive, the brake pedal. But let me just shut up and drive. You guys can't hear this on camera, but that ticking, a little bit of ticking, you can hear that push rod sound of the V8 back there. The engine has a little tick. It almost was concerning when I first heard it, but I'm pretty sure it's totally normal. Well, at least I'm sure that's what the dealer would tell you, because the car runs perfect. You also have Z mode, which is you could configure the car, which I like. So I like the softer steering, softer suspension, engine shift feels on maximum, and the car lightens up a little bit. Sometimes these modes, they start to feel fake. Once you start driving the car and you figure out how you like it, Z mode is the way to go. Yeah, much more comfier suspension. We're not on a track, we don't need stiff suspension. Brakes feel great. Power to make whatever move you like in traffic.